Cheers, y'all. It is Saturday night, Sunday morning, December 15th, 4 days from my birthday, 11 days, 10 days from Christmas. I can't do math, so I can't even count how many days till New Year's. And I've been sequestered, stuck, trapped, bottled in, caged in this foxhole for so long, man. I got cabin fever. Plus, I really think I have done a fantastic, super duper amazing job as your planetary defense commander and as Thor of Thor News. Cheers. Thank y'all. Whoa. Something just fell over. Was that a sign? Was the universe agreeing and applauding? Who knows? Interpret it your own way. That's life. It's all about your own perspective. We all share this existence together. It is our perspective that is unique to us. More uniquer than snowflakes, baby. Cheers. I'm going to start with a prayer. Oh, yeah, wait. I don't know, when you were a kid, you're like, NASA's amazing. And you grow up and you find out life is way more complicated than you were told when you were young. Anywho, as Joseph Gurman had explained to me, and Joseph Gurman was one of the top solar scientists for NASA for 5 different presidents. We used to message, email back and forth. I asked him a bunch of questions. He'd answer everything. Really, really cool guy. And so he explained to me that NASA is you. It's kind of like your parks community, or like every American government agency is made up of Americans. And like, I don't know, NASA has like 33,000 employees, so plus all the space agencies act the same. I don't know, there's just always weird hate around NASA. And I have always told you since the beginning, man, that sounds arrogant, conceited to say, but NASA is like Hogwarts, like a school of wizardry and witchcraft. And so, it depends on the directive and who's in charge. Is it Voldemort? Is it Dumbledore? Is it a Hufflepuff? Is it a Ravenclaw? Dinosaur Petroleum Sector? Who knows? So I like to like people. It's true. I like to be around happy people, cool people, and then make them all laugh. And I don't mind if of every 10 laughs that I provide, if someone can return one laugh in my favor where they say something funny and I'm like, ha, that was funny, man. Thanks, I appreciated that laugh, As someone who enjoys making people laugh, I love to laugh as well. And on that note, I am now on season 5, episode 5 of Parks and Recreation, and I absolutely love that show. Just totally. In so many ways I can't even describe. Can I admit something to you? Are you cool with it? When I went to the theater with my buddy Apollo, his name's Troy, see Avengers Endgame, that was a weird experience. Nobody wants fat Thor. I made that joke a bunch of times over the course of Thor News. Man, but congratulations for making it. Ew, and if you're just tuning in, this is for my crushes. And so I'll have to keep repeating that because somehow when I wander around in public when I used to, I get to see I have like crushes on the most beautiful women in the world. We're also talented and exhibit potential for humor, smart. Definitely all have amazing voices. Like if you're going to wake up to a voice, go to sleep to a voice, just have to listen to that voice talk all day, like you'd be like, that is one of the voices I would like to pick. You know? Because you can do that. You can pick your mate. Asterisk, asterisk. You can try to. Or maybe you can't control nothing. Maybe it's a little bit of both. So I'm just chilling out. Up into the end of this decade, I won the decade, in my opinion, male wise. We don't have to get into that. I'm not in the mood to argue with anybody. Um, ooh. Talking about, oh, someone do that crazy thing where someone said to me, one of the most cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs thing you can do is vape because you don't know what's in it. And A, man, I couldn't agree with you more. B, sometimes it's fun to test the matrix. And C, I've been saying paladins rule for a long time. And just because I haven't fixed my body shape into washboard abs perfection, or my teeth are still kind of yellow and a few in the back are missing, that doesn't take away from my paladin skills. You know, that's probably just because I get so handsome, so charming when I get in really good shape that, like, me walking by can break up couples, cause divorces, even if I never speak. And just, I know some people out there get it. I know my crushes definitely get it. You know, you ever been so beautiful everybody in the room wants to have sex with you? It's a creepy feeling. There's no adage. Be careful what you wish for. I'm doing fine though. How about you, baby? Babies. See, I'm still dreaming about that all-female X-Men Marvel DC romantic comedy trilogy crossover streaming wars thing. Oh, and if you guys haven't heard, I cast Marky Mark. I say that lovingly because he was in The Departed and executive produced Entourage and Ballers. Mark Wahlberg. He'd be a great Cyclops. So Cyclops, talking about the X-Men, Cyclops is always kind of like a hard piece to cast. We're like, this dude amongst all the superheroes gets the hottest of the girls, like most beautiful, smart, strong, powerful. They fall in love with Scott, Mr. Summers, Cyclops. And so, if I was going to have a cast where like Wolverine was Brad Pitt, Emma Watson was Kitty Pryde, and The Rock was Colossus, because Colossus, like Cyclops, are two characters you cannot just kind of be like, yeah, they're just as heroic as anyone is. The X-Men, just as cool, just as funny. Like the whole X-Men team is just stacked with talent and coolness. Well, supposedly, you know. And they're balancing in bloom. What was I talking about? Yeah, so right now the cast is Brad Pitt as Wolverine. People are like, he's too tall. It's like, dude, haven't you ever heard of movie magic tricks? I mean, and Brad Pitt's always been my Wolverine since Legends of the Fall. It was time to vape. But yeah, I could die, or I could just start to act really funny, or my nicotine levels could just be filled. I don't know. I don't know what's coming out of this, man. It's like karma in a stick. It was given to me as a gift. And with my birthday 4 days away, I'll accept. Although last year when I did the same thing, it was poison. But like the Dread Pirate Roberts from Princess Bride, I'm a paladin, and my iocane inner white cell fighting levels were pretty high. But they're lower now. It's been a big battle all around since Silicon Valley. When was that? 2016? Holy shit! What a wild ride, y'all. So I went from, like, I think Denton, Texas at 2010, last decade, I'm talking last decade here, to Dallas. Went back to college. Then I worked for a video production company that did all the work for lawyers, civil lawyers. And then I moved to Silicon Valley for a year because of dating and stuff. And then I moved back to Houston. So, you know, before that, 2000 was like Austin, Houston, Fort Worth, and then Denton. So yeah, crazy, huh? So God bless America. God bless everyone. To make my eyes do anything crazy? Like a dragon eye. To make my eyes do anything crazy? See, I might get weird in this one. Or different. Because A, y'all are my friend. B, technically I'm on a date with at least one of my crushes right now. C, dude, what a decade. What a double decade. I'm so sick of the fucking divide and conquer. Like, people talking shit about other people all the fucking time. And it's like we're all storytellers, right? It's like, to me, George Soros is the biggest fucking MacGuffin nothing burger. It's like you take some old decrepit dude, looks like a bad guy from one of the Star Warses, you just paste his fucking picture everywhere, and he's like, Weekend at Bernie's dead. We're like, who did it? It was George Soros. And if you ever used your rabbit hole adventures to try and figure out who the richest 10 people were in the world, let me tell you, George Soros is not even motherfucking close. And then you do the whole thing of like, who has the most drones? Who has the best technology? Who has all the information that nobody knew they were tracking since the Xerox days? Like, who has the money? Like, there's so many variables. And so I'm just sick of everybody fighting. I'm sick of everybody talking shit. It's like a fucking gossip society. You know? And then I can't even make motherfucking jokes. Like, I've never been a fan of this impeachment process ever. And and so now it's like, maybe if the Democrats had Trump's DNA on Biden's sperm stained dress in the phone call, then you might have quid pro quo solid evidence enough to yellow cake your way into motherfucking Iraq. Do you hear what I'm saying? And so I'm over here like, hey guys, as your planetary defense commander, our technology and our urban advancements, traffic, energy, business, have pretty much been stuck in like 1984. We may have taken one step leap to like 99, but since then, I don't know. It's like they, no disrespect to everybody, they gave like 2 awards this year to like RuPaul and Greta. Generation X doesn't need any credit, but I would like things to get better because just everybody blaming everybody all the fucking time is the dumbest shit ever. We aren't getting shit done. I mean, we aren't really improving anything. New cities, like major cool badass transportation, engineering, architecture of a few like the money base, the monetary base is exploding across the globe. And there's a bunch of hoarding going on that is detrimental to the survival of the species. What do I know, dude? As beer number 1 of the night, beer number 2 of the weekend, beer number 3 of the weekend, beer number 3 of December. Okay, so I had dad. He died in 2006. He was in the Air Force. He was cool. He was handsomer than I was. He liked motorcycles and snow skiing and women. And then my stepdad died in 2018. So during that time, when there are these fucking wars for YouTube space weather community, truther community, rabbit hole supremacy. I'm just over here trying to be Thor News. The same guy who's saying, hey man, since there are only like 5 to 10 of us in this fucking game, wouldn't it be cool if we all hung out once? Or made a video together. Like I have this idea for, you get like 3 to 5 people from the truth community, 3 to 5 people, my favorites from the astrology community, and then you get in some real scientists. Plus, you get Foo Fighters and Dave Chappelle. An exclusive, smaller event, but the video would be live and out. You do it for. We make it like a super adventure. Hard to explain. We can get into it later. The world doesn't end by the end of the year. Instead, it's like a whole fucking. It's still a gang war. Digital ones and zeros, man. Data's the new oil. But all the content sucks. That's a problem. Unless you're trying to get rid of the human spirit. Anyway, people send me stuff, but they'll be like, this is a crystal rock that you rub and it's supposed to protect me. I know, is that bad, dude? A pretty girl sent me this, and I'm like, oh man, it's an obelisk. It's like a weird metallic, gemmy, geometric dick looking thing. You're like, no, that's evil. There are curses in it. Like, whoa. What about this one? It's like a lightsaber with no. Like I made the blade. D'Artagnan. One for all, and all for one. Female D'Artagnan. Who you dating, bro? Female D'Artagnan? Who are you dating, man? Tomorrow, I'll love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. Oh man, telling jokes. Like I'm gonna stare at the camera with my eyes. That way, see if we get one of those crazy frames with like Thor's a reptilian. Pretty sure I'm not. Might be from Venus, might be from Jupiter, but more of a horse. The irony is, at the moment, I do not like to run. Because I cannot do it well, I cannot do it long. Because of my girth. What are we talking about? I don't even know. How many minutes in am I? 17? Have any of my crushes showed up? They're all really attractive. But if you put them in X-Men uniforms, then they're really attractive. That's a whole fucking weird thing, man. Like I got someone sent me this. Say I'm ready yet because I'm still having glasses problems. Can't even find my 2 pair. One's broken, one's not. This. Oh. There would have been no Avengers Endgame without this. Was this the Ultimates? Yos, whatever. Like, I've always been obsessed with the X-Men. But if I blamed like X-Men obsession, it would be on Joss Whedon's Astonishing X-Men. It's just so good. What am I looking for? Oh yeah. Anyway, Paul gave me these. I'm gonna get to a point in a minute. He went to Arizona. Everyone's like, we're going to Arizona. I'm like, okay, have fun. I hear if you go to a place, the energy there is like, whoa, energy. So be sure and be like, woo, during that energy. And bring an acoustic guitar if you can. Some type of flutes and drums for your friends. What if? Did I show that one? And so I grew up, reading the X-Men and comic books religiously. And the first major crush I can remember having was like on Kitty Pryde and Rogue and She-Hulk. But it was Kitty Pryde, Rogue, it was the like John Byrne was really good at drawing women. They all were. They varied. Anywho, and so as I grew up, the women, were just like superhero women without the flying powers, like men. And then over the last 3 years, they've been going, the social networking and media's been going on, cutting the nuts off of every man. Here, taking your nuts, taking your nuts, taking your nuts. There was this whole thing through comic books where like drawing big boobs was bad, or like ever having the big boobs, the ass, the butt, the leg. There's a fine line to it. Was bad, so they like deboobed comic books. They were like, like Athena and Aphrodite cannot have those perfect bosoms and just. And that was weird. Because nobody gets upset if the guys look like perfect gods. They're superheroes, like Superman, Of course, he's got washboard abs and can fly and dodge bullets because he's a Superman. Regular man can't do that. And so he would have a body that's like a superhuman body. And they were, when somehow big boobs became anti-superhuman, like no, superhuman women cannot have big boobs and definitely not nipples. Nipples, man. That's the whole weird elephant in the room. Really getting down to it. Winding down the last 100 hours of 47. Nipples are the elephant in the room. Somebody please wake George Carlin's ghost. So, did vaping make my eyes squintier? I don't know what's going to happen next. I know we've been tracking earthquakes when we hit a 6.8. And in the last 3 weeks, we've had earthquakes in Iberia and now in the Philippines that have dropped buildings. Where like a building falls. Or as limited liability capitalists might call it, collateral damage on the way to profit. Or worse. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Yeah. Jesus was born. They're like, that baby's special. Holy crap, check out that star. The sky looks crazy. Fast forward 33 years. He's cool. And they're all nailing him across. And I was like, time machine. If you went back in time, back to when they crucified him, would you let him be killed or would you save him? I would probably save him because you were one of my group and somebody tried to nail you to a cross. I would probably fight to the death for you. And technically, I've been doing it for quite a few years now. So yeah, as planetary defense commander, I don't get a lot of amenities. My living quarters and conditions aren't the best, and I have no transportation other than a bicycle that I'm still too fat to ride. But man, I do love being Thor News and your planetary defense commander. And I do love the fact that civilization has not collapsed, that the currencies haven't hyperinflated, that World War III hasn't broken out, that we still have a chance to love and peace rule and take a step forward in civilization and evolution. It's worth fighting for. It's worth everything. We all get to be heroes. It's about working together and sharing the too much that we all have. I still think there's a good chance we're going to get there. But like I said, 13 years ago, you had the crash of the economy. And a year or two right before that, my dad had died. And now it's almost like a weird old Jupiter from Sagittarius to Scorpio. So maybe I got like 15 really badass years left on the planet. Lucky you. You know what I'm saying? And since November 23rd, or technically November, right? I've made 2,700 videos, and up until 2017, up until I made out with Taylor, 85% of them were edited. Go back and look. Of the 2,000 videos I made, then up to then, I would guess 80 to 70% of them were edited. I spent either a day, 2 days, sometimes 5 hours making the coolest videos out there. I don't know, but then after I met out with Taylor, it was just like hackers all the time, everywhere. Someone is always in or around my motherfucking box. If you think it's easy to edit something that has like 1,000 layers, 1,000 levels, all these ideas run around, that I gotta like Jedi Zen super cool it, while somebody's like, you know, throwing water at you and digital mustard, just like fucking with you all the time, shutting your like, it's crazy. So I miss editing videos. You know, I can still do it, but it's always a giant fucking fight where it feels like I'm fighting people who should be spending time with their children instead of fucking trolling people. And I don't know, man. Never been divorced, never had no kids, so I'm not judging. I can't. Never done it. All I'm saying is, Merry Christmas. Yeah. Dude, I've been under attack for so long. So many ways, from so many angles. Was it 95? When Redacted said, Jesus can only save you so many times. I was like, that's not true. He saved me every time so far. But I gotta give a shit ton of credit to Jimi Hendrix as well. If you always had a cool angel on a shoulder, Jimi Hendrix is a cool angel to have. Although, if someone tries to start a fight with you in a back alley, having Jim Morrison on your shoulder is like an angel isn't the worst angel to have either. In this danger zone battle room for profit prison planet system. Yeah? Oh my God, when I even think about, I'll try and say this in code. There was a night during the summer near a hurricane. I looked over at one point in the night, and across from me were 3 of the X-Men ladies. 2 of the Rogues. But then I got yanked out of there. Like when Batman's got the skyhook. I was like, skyhooked out. And then so since then, I've kind of been like, fuck! But in a manageable way, of course. It's crazy. Oh my God. But the funniest thing was, I'd made these really funny, individual, drawn out, comical tweets about what doom would fall upon you if you were ever to have touched any of their butts. So the energy was very wonderfully. I think over the last like 5 to 10 years, people tell you like if you go to a club or a bar or a show that I move like I'm in like a laser tag game. I was like, nobody's getting me, man. I mean, no matter how I try to tone it down, it's still everybody's always like, dude, what are you? I'm like, it's like I'm in an action movie. I don't know how to undo it. I don't know how to be like, hey, I'm not in the laser tag game, bro. Welcome to Thor of Thor News. Me, I'm here with you. Live at the end of the decade. And I'm happy. I mean, because I think at least one of the most beautiful women in the entire world, all of Earth, not 7 billion, is watching right now. That's good Christmas energy. It's like we could bake sugar cookies in the kitchen and frost them. We could play piano by the fire. We go talk to the cats and the dogs in the snow. All right. Here's the secret of tonight's adventure. I have a third beer. Last night I drank two. Tonight I have a third if I choose to use it. And it's even crazy that like there are 17 people, asterisk, across the globe, who may or may not tune in right now to just watch this reflection of my own life. Like it has been crazy, dude. When I lived in Austin, Texas, that's when Austin, Texas peaked. Houston's kind of peaking right now. Hopefully we can plateau it out as a giant peak of coolest city ever. I don't know. Denton peaked when I was there. I believe I have really good energy. And I think good competition, especially amongst musicians, artists, writers, good competition is always great. And it pushes everybody to just, it's like if you're in a band and two other bands are going to play a show for a night, every time you get up there, it's like you're just trying to put on the best show out of the three. And so if you have the three bands just trying to like, we are going to win the night of we put on the best show that night. And if you get that type of a competition engine rolling, it's pretty amazing. You know? I miss days of like when you would be driving in your car and that a song would come on your radio and it would just like change your life. Like the first time, it may sound dumb, but like the Metallica Guns N' Roses phase, or even Nirvana, Radiohead, Pearl Jam, like when a new sound or the next evolution of sound like came out, like and you were there, like where were you when that song happened? My favorite example of that story was a soldier was talking about how he was in Vietnam. They were literally going across like the rice paddy fields, like going to the water, and on his radio, it's the first time he heard All Along the Watchtower. And so like in this weird place, like an angel's voice of like it's Jimi Hendrix, who was in the military, by the way. And he was in the military, and one of his supervisors wrote him up and said that he was dumb and he would never amount to anything. Which to me has always been like one of the fucking coolest, funniest things ever. Like this guy, who was probably serviceable for the military at that time in Vietnam, like looked at Jimi Hendrix and just couldn't see Jimi Hendrix. And he literally was dumb and would never amount to anything. And Jimmy was badass, dude. Jimmy was really cool. You should read the autobiographies about him. He had a lot to say about other things. It always came from a place of love. And I do believe that music is a way that, like your soul, it's kind of like, I don't know, man, if you take the words away, what do you and music have to say? You know, I don't think you can fake a real song that you sing. It's like, okay, one of my favorite songs of all time, especially to sing, is Human Being. Oh, I'll finish the beer on this one. Woo! Radiohead, Creep. Because that's what happened. Like after Kurt Cobain died, just that whole weird, wicked energy that came around. Just like an angel, your skin makes me cry. You look like an angel. She runs away again. Okay, but here's things you cannot quantify. There's a guitar noise in Creep where it goes jing 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 jing, like where it's like a intergalactic and interstellar, a divine sound. You can't like that sound that he makes on the guitar right there. Like that's a holy sound that he found in the guitar, which is I think every guitar is kind of unspoken subconscious mission. And so healing, definitely Tom York and Radiohead have healed people. Eddie Vedder as well. Rock and roll, man. Ooh, vape stick, one more time. Oh my God. Okay, this is a story. It's based on no persons of real or fiction or digital. Okay, you ready for it? Whew. Here we go. Man, maybe there is something. I don't know. Someone gave me. Maybe I should take it to the Parks and Rec division and ask, what is in this random vape stick? Oh my God. Well, that's a bad sign. Oh, I did. What were we talking about? Oh, shit. I deserve a vape stick for this. I think owls are cool. Hope that doesn't freak you out. I wear these if I want to feel like Booster Gold. What? Okay. All right. John Belushi was cool. Val Kilmer and Real Genius were cool. Well, I look kind of cute there. I had to stop doing that before I get in trouble. I just coughed every inch the cuteness out of me. So this is like the Thor News Christmas work party. You know? She's warned you guys, or giving you guys notice ahead of time. Crap. I'll be right back. Holy crap. How are you? What are you wearing, ma'am? What are your plans for the holidays? Will you forgive me for any of the angrier things that I might have said? That was it. Angrier things that I might have said. Ma'am, is there forgiveness in your heart? My style holds grudges against me. You are all my family. Right. Shit. It's like an obstacle course around here. Okay, so we're on beer 3. The work party may get me fired, who knows? Traditionally at Thorny's, Januaries are always, I don't know. Heavy. Like Back to the Future heavy. Oh. Okay. Shit. Okay, so here's the story. So I was out, right? This is all fiction. I mean, not based on real people, fake people, digital people. I was out with Redacted, dude, fellow Viking. And Hermione was there. I'm pretty sure the White Queen was there too. I'm just talking fan fiction here. Asterisks. And so that night, the music was fine in the air. The drumstick broke. I retrieved it. There's like 2 parts. Broken drumstick. It's just the tip. So my theory is always women can come talk to me if they have any questions or something they'd like to say, because being like the guy's like, hey lady, and then hoping that she likes your conversation, that's not my style. It's never been my style. Let them come to me. They were like, all right, she would like to talk to me because she's talking to me. Instead of being the guy like, hey lady, I'm gonna come talk to you. What's it talking about? So I don't think I didn't talk to her the whole night. But towards the end, after I had acquired the 2 pieces of the broken drumstick, I was like, would you like this? And I tried to hand her the second piece of this broken drumstick. It's like a wand. For crazy moments like this, woo! Well, that's not a good sound. Woo! And so, she was like, no, it's not. Okay. But I've kept my half, and I've liked it. Every time it picks up, it makes me happy. I'm like, Expecto Patronus! Every once in a while at a bar, you can be like, Expecto Patron. Oh, now I can't shut it off. Oh, my lightsaber is officially turned on. What have I done? See, I've held the lightsaber, the Duran lightsaber, and the Hermione drumstick wand together with, Planet 9 or whatever. Oh, yeah, shit. Planet 9 was made in a basement. But there's no sky. Not as we know it. Okay, I'm just making shit up. Now I'm just playing with the camera, so don't take any of this. Oh, Booster Gold, time machines, currencies. I'm acting crazy, but this is exactly what a Thornews work party feels like. I've had a little too much. I'm staying away from mistletoe. I'm talking about kissing beautiful women, especially ex-women. From the X-Men, Generation X. It's a metaphor. We're all fighting, but we need to work together. So, ooh, crap. Much better. That looks like a nipple there. Nipples. Thornews is not scared to talk about them. They have gravity. They're the elephant in the room. And I love you. And Merry Christmas. John Belushi. Saturday Night Live is a staple, a foundation of America, man. Love you, Saturday Night. It's like a 50-year president. That's the theme tonight. Keeping America and the world standing. Congratulations, Asteroid Fight Club. I'll be back. Against all odds, introducing Rapper One from Farmers Boulevard. Stay cool, Compass. Everyone, Merry Christmas. Back to dumb. Sorry. I'll try to get better. Ooh. Throat is dry. Psych. It's an asteroid mission. Pensive. Silent moment. Stay cool.